Everybody
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
have any questions up to here?
Yes, Prabhu, there are a few questions in the chat that I can see. His Grace Prahlad Prabhu is asking, why is Karna being called as a Shudra by Bhishma Pitama and as well as Vidura as a Sudra? I think Divya Mataji has the same follow-up question.
So they are called Sudras because they are not born. They are born in a mixed caste, Suta actually. Suta caste means Brahmin mixed with others, So Karna was considered Suta because actually his birth was high, but he was picked up by a lower class person, no?
We were.
So therefore he's called accordingly. They didn't allow him to become a Kshatriya, although he had all the Kshatriya qualities, And then you have Vidura, who was born from a mate from, what's his name? Father of Dhritarashtra and Vidura. So he had, it's actually Vyasadev. Vyasadev has relationship with the mate, and as a result, Vidura was born. So he was not qualified to become, a Kshatriya. So, but then he has the qualities of a Kshatriya. So this is the point. Anyway, birth is not so important, no? Vidura, he was saying he was so close to Krishna, correct? He was giving the peels of the banana and throwing away the banana and giving it to Krishna, and Krishna was eating. If Krishna comes and eat in your house, in your hands, is that a low birth? Hello? Huh?
No, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I need clarification. Like you mentioned, only in Kali Yuga, people who are born like Brahmanas, they will be treated. But even in Dwapar Yuga also, they were, why were they being treated like that when they were born because of a low class or mixed class or something? At least that time when Krishna was there, they should have been treated by qualities like.
Yeah, it should be, but this whole thing is a pastime of Krishna, You understand? The whole Mahabharata is, if the Karna joined the Pandavas, there will be no war, no? Correct? Yes?
Yes.
So it is a pastime arrangement of the Lord, Because at that time already, the age Kali was already creeping in already almost. You understand?
Okay.
So Kali Yuga became more rampant when Krishna left. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So the main thing is to understand as the time goes on, everything becomes degraded more and more and more. Now Kali Yuga, the thing becomes so bad that at one point, after 10,000 years from now, nothing will prevail. Nobody will chant. Already bad enough, correct?
Yes. And also, Prabhuji, why is it called as golden period, this 10,000, when everything is so low here?
So low, still you can chant Hare Krishna, no? Still got temples,
Yes.
no? Still got books, no? Still got devotees, no? Correct?
So after 10,000 years, these all will not be there?
There will be no more Zoom classes. Yes.
But temples, will it be there? Or
All the deities will be disappearing.
okay.
Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and discovered Radha Kund. Radha Kund was disappeared already. Understand? When he came, he asked, where's Radha? Nobody knew. Then he found Radha Kund again and revived. That eventually they all will be like that, all gone. Nobody knows. You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So therefore, please take advantage as quickly as you can. Chant Hare Krishna and go back home.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Oh, so many questions. What's the question here? Why does in my chat is it the same as yours? Who?
Yes, I think
Yes,
the cow.
Sama Dhamma doubt. What is Vidura? It's answer that. Then the soul of a cow's body will get human body with Brahminical qualification. Yes, it will become Brahminical, passionate, a mode of goodness. Huh? You understand? It will take birth in the mode of goodness, whereas the lion birth will take the mode of passion, and then the monkey birth will take the mode of ignorance accordingly. If the consciousness is under the modes they have to follow, the prescribed duties of gradual elevation, like by following the duties of Shudra, woman, Vyasa, Kshatriya, and they are uplifting consciousness from ignorance, passion, and goodness. Yeah, this is how it goes, slowly, slowly climbing. Krishna says, after many, many births, one who understands that I am all in all, such a person is great and rare soul, is it not? After many, many births, yes?
Yeah.
If everything is low class now, then how can the current period, I answer said, does the cows who have been killed these days, were earlier the cows killers? Yes. You're reading very clearly. So anything else? Any other questions?
Any other questions for this topic or otherwise? Please go ahead.
So anything else?
Anybody joining for the first time today?
Thanks,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Yes.
Mataji.
Prabhu, may I speak?
Yes, please. You didn't get your name though. Oh, sorry. Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji. I got it. Mataji, please go ahead if you would like to ask
Prabhu,
something.
Prabhu, I wanted to know, like, just now Anandi Mataji asked, like, a cow will be will take birth as a human because she is in mode of goodness. But what about the people who kill cow? And in one lecture, I've heard like cows, the cows who are being killed right now, they have killed. They were earlier cow killers only. So how will this like correlate? Like they'll get the form of a human body then too.
Yeah, those who kill cows, they will take human birth. The cows will take human birth and kill them. And in this way, the killing will go on. Mostly this happens in cow killing in other parts of India, not in India, particularly Indian cows are mostly saintly. Somehow or other they are protected and they get purified. But cows taking birth in other parts of the world, Prabhupada said, apart from just being cows, they are not cows at all, You understand? But killing them is going to get severe reaction. You can see the cows in other countries are different. They're not very, gentle and calm and they're very wild, You understand? I don't know, you have been to other parts of the world, but if you go see the cows in the other side, they are not very cow-like,
Yes, Prabhu, I understand.
Mm.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
So those cows in other countries are all people who killed them. They're taking birth again, and this is where they're going on and on and on. You understand? Cow killing is terrible. As many as you have they have in the cow. That many years we have to spend in the hellish planet as worms, eating each other up.
Right,
As,
Prabhu.
as hairs on the cows, I'm sure the hairs on the cow has got million hairs,
Right, Prabhu.
I don't think we want to do that, do we?
No, Prabhu.
So therefore, Vedic culture has to be revived, and it can only be revived if we start chanting Hare Krishna. Otherwise, there's no scope, Varnashram system is already degraded already, practically. Everything has gone off track. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other questions or comments?
I think there's one more question by Madhavi Mataji. She's asking, in a day, how many times do we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
It's best that you start as much rounds as you can. If you can do one a day, you do one a day and gradually progress up, It's not how many times you can chant, but the minimum we are required to chant is 16 rounds. But if we cannot immediately reach to that level, then it's advised that you gradually climb, at your own pace, you see, how much you can do. So as you keep chanting, gradually you will increase and following the principles. Then you'll be able to come to the level of 16 rounds, which is the basic requirement for getting connected to Krishna consciousness through Srila Prabhupada. So that is the recommended the minimum standard. Until then, we have to try. Yes? Where is she calling from? Madhavi Singha. Where is she from?
Madhavi Mataji, can please introduce yourself?
I'm calling from Singapore only.
So Singapore, you can come regularly to the temple also.
Yeah. I will start.
Yeah. Then you can improve yourself more and more. Association is very important to make this climb,
Yeah.
This advancement can take place easily if you associate with the temple and devotees. Otherwise, it's a little difficult, On your own, trying is tough, no? Yes?
Thank you.
Anything else?
I think.
What the difference between intelligence and devotion is discussed earlier. Class Brahmanas have good intelligence, but devotees of low class, even they have dull mind, it would be transcendental. What the difference between intelligence and dullness here? Real intelligence means to surrender to Krishna. Anything other than that kind of intelligence is it's not transcendental intelligence. So if a person who comes from any kind of low background, but if he surrendered to Krishna, the image is highest intelligence. That is the real intelligence. You understand? And suppose someone is materially intelligent, but if he doesn't take to Krishna consciousness, then what is the use of that intelligence? You understand this point?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, this is comparing to that material intelligence with someone who has spiritual intelligence.
Okay, but they're materially sharp. I mean, in compared to the devotees.
Yeah, sharp to go to hell. What's the use?
Okay, so means what is the use of sharpness? Means why we should be sharp then? Everybody can be dull also, and then they continue.
Anyone who is not Krishna conscious is dull like an ass.
Okay.
You understand this point?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Anyone who don't surrender to Krishna, it says that is no better than the cow and ass. Yes?
So if we are surrendering to Krishna and we don't have that much sharp mind, if we are dull, then also we'll be elevated. Like, means how will we be elevated? if we are not that much sharp.
Can you see this verse? Eleven 29. What is that? Is somebody there? 21, is it?
Oh, Uddhava, greatest of science. Okay.
Okay, read this.
This process is the supreme intelligence of the intelligent and the cleverness of the most clever. For by following it, one can in this very life make use of the temporary and unreal to achieve me, the eternal reality.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So anyone who takes to Krishna consciousness is the most intelligent person. You understand not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Anybody who don't take to Krishna consciousness, then is compared here.
Sri Uddhava said, "My dear Krishna, generally human beings know that material life brings great future unhappiness, and still they try to enjoy material life. My dear Lord, how can one in knowledge act just like a dog, an ass, or a goat?"
You understand that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So who is intelligent?
A devotee is intelligent, devotee of Krishna.
Yeah, so anyone else has got no intelligence if you don't surrender to Krishna. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm?
But why a devotee is being treated as a dull-minded person sometimes by these sharp-minded people?
Because they're proud. They're proud like an ass, you know. Understand? You follow?
I mean,
They
why
think
do they get that?
they're materially contaminated. This is how goodness gives this kind of pride. That's why being in goodness is also dangerous. One can become puffed up. Understand now?
Yes,
You
Prabhuji.
follow?
Yeah.
So therefore, if anyone who is in the mode of goodness is still not very, it is not still in the transcendental point. Unless you come to the point of becoming a devotee of Krishna, then yes. Understand that? Anything other than being a devotee is contaminating, because anyone who don't surrender to Krishna cannot develop all these transcendental qualities. You know? Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, even says Prahlad Maharaj also says the same thing. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through this 9 method is understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So anything other than that, the purpose of human life is to surrender to Krishna. Anything short of that is not the position of any intelligent person. That's why Krishna says, one who actually surrendered to me, knowing me all in all, is such a rare and a great soul. Is it not?
Yes, but sometimes being in transcendental plane is somewhat difficult and tough, because sometimes
because you are not connected to Krishna, you are not connected yet. That's the problem. You understand? Hello?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
You are not connected to the parampara. Of course, it will be difficult. When you're connected, then you see how Krishna will help. You follow my point?
Yes, when we are in goodness at the time, whenever we see ignorance or passion, we'll get some kind of agitation. At the time, how to be in transcendental plane means what makes us to become transcendent,
A
means what is the
person in
practice?
transcendental plane means he's always thinking of Krishna.
Okay, so even somebody in mode of passion, if they're scolding us or
He
doing
won't
anything,
disturb you, you know. See, a person is not shaken even in the midst of the greatest difficulty. You understand? Once he in Krishna consciousness, he's not shaken even in the midst of greatest difficulty. It says here. Yam labdva cha param labam manyate nadikam tata. Yes means tito na duke na guru na pina vichalite. It says here. The one who is established thus never departs from the truth. Upon gaining things, he thinks there is no greater gain. When situated in such a position, one is never shaken even in the midst of greatest difficulty. You understand?
Yes,
So if you
Prabhuji.
are in the transcendental position, nothing can shake you.
Okay, means I will tell one daily example, Prabhuji. If a cockroach is coming, actually our thing is like devotees, godly cleanliness is next to godliness. So we have to keep everything clean. So cockroach is coming and spoiling my food. So if I feel like throwing it away or killing it or something, so at the time, means I feel to protect my food for Krishna, I will do that thing. So it's a kind of killing there. I'm acting as a passionate person. So is it what I mean? It's in the mode of transcendental plane or normal plane?
You just catch the cockroach and throw him somewhere else. Finish.
Okay.
What's the problem?
But that feeling, I mean, whenever I see it, I get immediately some kind of against feeling. It's not like a transcendental plane feeling.
Naturally, anger is also there, but anger employed in the service of the Lord is transcendental. It's like Hanuman, he used his anger to kill Ravan. Correct? Arjuna had to get some anger to fight, so Krishna has to incite him to get angry.
So if suppose by mistake, if I have killed that cockroach, will I become cockroach next birth as mentioned in previous?
Pray to Krishna, you don't.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Main thing is to surrender to Krishna, Huh?
Yes.
And everything will flow. Everywhere there are so many living entities. You want to speak about the cockroach, you're walking and you're also killing so many ants. You're eating, you're killing so many germs. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So because you are chanting Hare Krishna, somehow or other you're protected.
Sometimes, Prabhuji, these all process makes me feel like, oh my God, this is very serious and strict. And more than concentrating on Krishna, I will think about what I'm doing mistake in this. What in every
So
act
that is
I
good.
find
So that is
mistakes.
good. This will humble you.
Okay.
The whole process of chanting is to become humble, no? Just now we read, no? Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So if you become proud and become a big, thinking you are very pure now, you are chanting and all, that's not a very good position. That to chant Krishna's name, you must become lower than the straw in the street, more tolerant than the tree, more humble than the grass, right? Owing respect to others. So unless you develop this humility, it's very difficult to chant Hare Krishna. Is it not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So if you're feeling like that, that's good sign. But if you're proud, then there's another thing. Yes?
Yes.
That is the training, how to become very humble. I'm so fallen. No devotee prays that I'm so advanced. Everyone thinks that he's fallen. Then yes, he gets the mercy of the Lord. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So situations all are created by the Lord to make us like that, full of humility. That is the training, No, I am fallen. Otherwise you become proud. And when you become proud, then everything is finished. Pride goes before fall.
Yes, Prabhuji. So we don't have any right to order or command someone if they are doing something wrong. We just have to be humble.
No, we have to correct others, because if you know someone is doing wrong thing, you should help him. You teach him. But if you don't accept, then of course you cannot teach him. If you accept, then yes, you can instruct. No, you don't do like this. And you explain why. That way you uplift the person. That's what the Brahminical platform is all about, to help others, orders to upgrade them. If the person is not going to correct someone, how the person is going to improve spiritually?
So why in that process of correcting someone, I will not think of myself as humble at the time. I become like somebody
But
else.
if you think of Krishna, then everything will flow properly. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Therefore, this example is given in the CC. That is an example of how this will affect your consciousness. This is stated here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, a very interesting point. In this verse here, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was going and he's preaching. Then he came to this leprosy. You can see there was a Brahmana named Vasudeva, was a great person who was suffering from leprosy. Indeed, his body was filled with living worms. Although he was suffering from leprosy, the Brahmana Vasudeva was enlightened. As soon as he saw one worm fell from his body, he would pick it up and place again in the same location. See how transcendental he was. Then one night, Vasudeva heard of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revel in the morning and he came see the Lord at the house of Kurma. When the leper Vasudeva came to Kurma's house to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he informed that the Lord has already left. The leper then fell down to the ground unconscious. When Vasudeva the leper Brahmana was lamenting due not to be able to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord immediately returned to that spot and embraced him. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched him, both the leprosy and his distress went to a distant place. Indeed, Vasudeva's body became very beautiful to his great happiness. The Brahmana Vasudeva was astonished to behold the wonderful mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he began to recite a verse from the Bhagavatam touching the Lord's lotus feet. Kwa ham daridra papiyan, kwa Krishna Sri Niketanaha, Brahmana bandhu iti smaha bahubhim Bahubhyam parirambitaha. This is the word chanted by Vipra, Sudama Vipra. He said, who am I? I'm a sinful, poor Brahman, friend of a Brahmana. Poor friend of a Brahmana. And who is Krishna, the Supreme Personality Godhead, full and six opulent? Nonetheless, he has embraced me with his two arms. This is from Sudama Vipra, the Brahmana. The Brahmana Vasudeva continued, O merciful Lord, such mercy is not possible for ordinary living beings. Such mercy can be found only in you. Upon seeing me, even a sinful person go away due to my bad order. Yet you have touched me. Since the independent behavior of the Supreme, such is the independent behavior of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Being meek and humble, the Brahmana Vasudeva worried that he would become proud. You see the word now? After being cured by the grace of Mahaprabhu. Naturally, he got the mercy of the Lord, he will become proud. See, so worried about it, he asked. To protect the Brahmana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised him to chant Hare Krishna mantra incessantly. By doing so, you would never become unnecessarily proud. You saw that here?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also advised the Vasudeva to preach about Krishna and thus liberate living entities. As a result, Krishna would very soon accept him as a devotee. So there are two things he advised him to overcome this pride: to chant Hare Krishna incessantly and to preach Krishna consciousness. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You understand this point?
Yes.
So therefore, this is how we can overcome this pride. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You got time, you can read the purport. Huh? So therefore, these are all instructions how to follow that we just need to know, you understand? Rather than speculate, Hello, Mataji, is that clear?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's very clear.
Oh. So this is how we understand. We have to follow the acharyas. Yeah, follow Shastra and follow the devotees. Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, and you will have no problem. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
All right. Anything else? It's getting late. Is there a mode? Let their mode be with themselves. You remain good. You don't need to take care. All right. So, okay. Very good advice. So, okay. I have to thank all of you for your valuable time and participation. I'm really sorry we carried away a bit longer today, but nonetheless, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. All glories to Prabhupada.
All glories to all of you. All glories to Prabhupada.
All glories to you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Dandavat
Thank you very
Pranam,
much.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you.